Whoa, a credit card. Geez, student loans. There's so many financial fears in our world. I don't know what to do. Oh, financial fears. Well, credit cards, student loans may not be yours, but I do find them to be scary myself personally. But there is a lot of fear around finances. And in my event, Money and Marriage, that I do with Dr. Les Parrott, I talk about the subject because it's a real thing that people are struggling with. So in the event, I talk about 4 categories of financial fear. So there's one that is the fear of the lack of respect. A lot of men probably feel this more than women, where they say like, gosh, I just feel like she doesn't listen to me. I feel like I don't really have a say because she does all of the grocery shopping, goes to Target, like all of the daily purchases she does, and I'm not able to speak into it. So there's a feeling there. Some women even say, well, he's in finance, he does banking, like he knows, who am I to speak into that? So there's that whole respect issue. There's the lack of influence, which is kind of similar. As a woman, you may say, I don't feel like he hears me. I feel like when we sit down to do the budget, or we don't even do the budget, he just kind of tells me what's going on, and when I speak up, he doesn't really listen. Or the man could say the same thing about his wife. So the fear of the lack of influence. There's also the fear of not realizing your dreams, meaning that back, say, you were dating 20 years ago and you told him like, oh, I've always wanted a horse. Like, my dream in life is that one day I want to live on some land and have a horse. And now you're 45, you're married, still in the suburbs, trying to send kids to college, and it looks like retirement may or may not happen. And it's like, ugh, I'm never going to get that, right? I mean, it's just like that one thing that you had, but you don't think you're going to get there. So there's that fear. And then the last fear is the lack of security. And this means that you feel like if something happens, an emergency or a job is lost, that you're not going to have the security to continue not only your current lifestyle, but even below that a little bit. It's just like everything may just crash and burn if something big happens. There's not a lot of security when it comes to your financial situation. So during the event, I talk about this, and I always find it interesting. That's a very short version of those fears, but I ask people to raise their hands on what grouping their greatest fear is in. And overwhelmingly, it's so interesting, the lack of not realizing your dreams and the lack of security, those two are the biggest fears that I see people have. And so what that means is that there's not a lot of stability in people's lives. And so that's why I really want to encourage you guys. We talk about getting out of debt a lot on this video blog, which is so important and so key. But the next baby step is baby step 3, which is getting 3 to 6 months of expenses saved in the bank. And then baby step 4 is funding retirement. So those steps are not as glamorous, because when you get out of debt, it's like, yes, we've accomplished this huge thing that not a lot of people have. It's amazing. And then it's like, I got to keep on sacrificing. I got to keep saving. And it seems like it's just not as fun or enjoyable. I mean, getting out of debt, I know, is not fun and enjoyable, let's be honest. But the accomplishment of it is, and you have this huge goal. But once you get to baby step 3, keep going. Get that emergency funded. And when you get to the retirement step, keep funding retirement, even though it seems like for some of you it's so far away, but do it, because those two things really will tactically bring a lot more security to your life and be able for you to retire. And like Chris Hogan, my friend, says, retirement is not an age, it's a number. And the earlier you invest, the better off you're going to be for those dreams to come to reality. So again, we all have financial fears, but if you're married, talk with your spouse, because what you're going to find is talking about money is often more valuable than money itself. So talk and communicate those fears, because it's huge to get on the same page. And if you guys want to come to one of my events, the Money and Marriage event with Dr. Les Parrott, click the link below for city dates, times, tickets, all the above, and hope to see you there. Hey you guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos just like this.